Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this beginner's water base. So as you can see right here, we have this lovely pool of water, and the more observant among you might have realized that it has a glass bottom. And if we find the right block in the pool, we'll find that we sink straight through and we'll end up in our very own hidden base that has absolutely everything that you guys might need to survive. This is really easy to make, it looks great, and it has absolutely everything that you could need in survival Minecraft. If you guys enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. If you do enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, and honestly, it'd really help me out because it really seems like I need to buy some new glass because I've just flooded the water base. Let me show you how to make this thing. So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some grass blocks, some sand, some glass, some red concrete, oak planks, oak wood stairs, oak wood slabs, some water, and we also need some oak saplings. This is mostly for the actual making of the base. To furnish the inside and stuff, we'll need all of the other materials that you can see in the inventory right now, and I didn't have space for all of them, so we will have to grab some others later. So make sure that you've got all of that, and do be aware that we will be needing more stuff. Once you have it all, we can begin. So this base is basically a 9 by 9 or so area. I'll show you what I mean by or so in a second. So we want to start off by knocking out a row of 9 blocks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We then want to move up by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we want to dig left. And we want to be able to dig left until we can connect to where we very first started, like this, to create a square. We then want to dig down around this square by about 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we want to do this for all of the squares. So we are essentially, what we're doing is we're digging a hole. I'm sure that you guys are familiar with this. This is Minecraft. I'm sure that you've dug a hole before. So we're going to dig 7 blocks down. And we do also want to knock out the center of this. I'm just digging out the guidelines to start off with. And I'm not really doing it nice and evenly. I'm going to replace any blocks that I dig underneath that layer of 7. You can dig it even further down if you want, and if you wanted to, you don't even have to dig it down by 7. About 6 or maybe even 5 would be, you know, about satisfactory. It really depends how deep you want your base to be. The deeper you go, the more water you can place on top of it, the more hidden it is, and this base is actually very hidden depending on how deep you place it. I mean, it's just a random pool out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody would really check it unless you gave them a reason to. So if they see your friends or whoever see light shining from the bottom of a pool, they're probably going to check it out. But if you've dug it so deep that they're probably not even going to notice it, well, then you'll be alright, won't you? So we're just going to dig out all of the remainder of this. So as you can see, that's about as deep as we want to go. We have to dig out this middle bit now too. This is where, you know, the tutorial is a little bit slow. It's really, most of this, the first part at least, is just me digging out an area in the ground. It's not particularly interesting, but we are going to make it interesting once we do actually get down there. And of course, this base doesn't have to be made in the exact same way that I'm making mine. If you don't want it to be a square, you could make it rectangular, you could make it an odd shape, you could find a pre-existing pool of water. That's actually a cool idea. If you just found a patch of water out in the world, you could easily just fill it in with glass, knock out the base of it, fill it in with glass, and you could build a base underneath that. That'd actually work very well. I might even do that in a video. I might like freestyle a base. But this one's a little bit more planned out. This one will look very, very natural once we've done it. I wish there was a way that I could just simply delete all of the dirt and stone and coal and stuff that we do have here. But you know what? It's fine. We've almost done it all anyway. I bet it might have even been faster. Actually, maybe not because of the stone. It may have been faster if I even used a shovel. But then, of course, we get to the stone, and then it's not as fast, is it? So we just have to continue digging all this out, and then we will be good. And we really don't have too much left. I'm looking forward to actually placing like the foundations for the base in, because you guys are going to be able to see the sort of space it's going to take up once we've done this. You know what, I kind of like it when there's just like a chunk of ground like taken away out in a Minecraft world. It's kind of interesting to see like the composition of the world around you, or at least I think it is. I don't know whether you guys think that as well, but it's kind of interesting to see what's kind of around us and like deep down. But this is the hole, right? We've dug a hole. What we now want to do is we want to place a layer of red concrete all the way around the base of our hole. So we want to place a layer of red concrete all the way around the base of our hole like this to create a square. We then want to place up on top of each one of the 4 corners, we want to place 5 red concrete coming up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we want the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to raise up all of those rows and we want to connect them together like this. So we're forming a box, essentially, like that. What we want to do is we want to fill the top of this box in with glass. So you can kind of see where this is going, right? We want to fill this in with glass because we're going to be placing water and stuff on top of this. And we will blend in all of the environment to make it look very, very natural. That's where all of our base is going to be contained. You're going to want to have one block somewhere that is an entrance block. So I'm going to make this block my entrance block. This is where I'm going to enter the base. So I'm also going to rough up the area on top of the base. And by rough up the area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place an amount of sand and stuff kind of like around the surrounding area just to make it look less inconspicuous. So when your friends or your enemies, even worse your enemies, although friends can sometimes be as bad as it. Anyway, when your friends / enemies / frenemies come around, you don't want them to look at this area of land and go, what's in there? That's not what you're really after. You want it to be nice and covered up and nice and inconspicuous. You don't want anyone to be looking at it and thinking, hey, that would be a great place to check out. So I'm going to cover up all of the red concrete that we have at the top here. And we have just a bit of glass exposed and we have a little bit of sand as well. Just a bit of sand chucked around the place. I'm even going to place an oak sapling somewhere on the left, like that, just because it makes nice decoration. If you like, you could place it near the entrance to cover up the entrance, to conceal it a little bit. Although that might draw people towards it too. But I'm going to place an oak sapling. I'm going to see if it grows any by the end of the video. Let's come inside of the base now. So inside of the base is... So we've entered the base. This is where the entrance is. We want to place a row of oak wood planks left and right of where you will drop into the entrance. So this is very easily highlighting, very clearly highlighting where we're going to drop in. We want to place a ring of oak wood planks inside of the ring of red concrete, like this. We want to, using our grass or dirt or whatever, place corners of grass inside of the oak wood planks, like this. We're going to knock out the center of this, leaving like this area alone, the stone alone, and we're going to place like this pattern, so we kind of have a nice pattern going on. And the reason for this is very simple. So I'm going to place an ender chest in the center of there, which is a little bit hidden all by itself. And I'm going to place oak wood planks in the 4 corners, like this. And I'm going to use chests in the 4 corners as well. Well, in 2 of the corners, actually. So the left hand side and the right hand side, because I want to place oak wood stairs coming down, allowing us to walk straight through the middle of the base like that. It's a nice little design feature. And the entire point of these grass parts are so that we can use them for flowers, for farming, for, you know, that sort of stuff. It might be an idea if you are going to farm on these areas to place torches on top of the 4 oak wood planks, because a lot of the time you'll find that you can't actually farm under here unless you do have the light. So now I think we're also going to dig out this block behind this stair and the block behind it. So we want to have this, right? So the reason for this is because when we place the water on top of the base, which we're about to do, it's about to get a bit darker. Once we place the water on top of the base, you're going to see that we're also going to have some water streaming in. And this will allow us to get in and out. So we're allowed to get in the base like this, and we would also get out of the base the exact same way. As a matter of fact, I think that we could even have this oak wood plank here, and you would very easily be able to climb up and out of the base like that. Yeah, that's looking really good actually. I really like that. So now let's customize the inside of the base a little bit. Let's make it look a bit nicer. So this area next to the entrance, I'm going to dig out the wall. I'm going to dig out the wall because I don't like feeling cramped in here, so I like to dig out the walls and then place stuff in them. I'm going to need oak wood slabs a lot, some chests, a bit of glowstone, and some furnaces. I'm going to place double chests at the bottom here. I'm going to place glowstone in the wall above the chests. I'm going to place oak wood slabs in front of the upper half of glowstone, and then I'm going to have a lot of furnaces above here because it really doesn't make sense just simply to have one furnace. On the left hand side here, or as a matter of fact, let's take this opposite wall for example. Here we're going to want to place an armor stand in the center. So once again, I'll tell you what, we're going to dig out we'll dig out the entire wall because I really like doing this. I love the effect that it creates when you dig out a wall. I really do. So we're just going to dig that out. We're going to have an armor stand in the center. So we're going to build 2 oak wood planks left and right of the armor stand. We're going to knock above the armor stand and place glowstone. And we're going to place oak wood slabs in front of the upper half. We're going to place chests at the base of the left and right of the armor stand. And we will also place chests going left and right of the actual oak wood slabs. We'll place some oak wood slabs underneath the chests so that it all forms together, and we might even place like a layer of oak wood slabs that kind of goes all the way around the top of the base, just because it looks a little bit nicer. It looks as though it's actually being supportive. And of course we can chuck some armor on the armor stand just to make it look a little bit nicer and brighter, like that. Wonderful. So to the left of us and to the right of us, we have a couple of options, like what do we want to put in here? So once again, I'm going to knock out the wall. So I'm just going to knock out one row into the wall like this. And like this, I do want to knock one block above. I've knocked out a couple of blocks. I'm just going to replace them with grass. I want to have some beds down here. So I'll tell you what, I'll have a red bed down here and here in the left-hand side, the right-hand side. I'll have your trio. I always like to call these the trio. The crafting table, the chest, and the furnace all in a row. Half a row above, I'll leave a gap of 1. I'll have some oak wood slabs like this. I might even place a glowstone in the wall for light, like that, maybe there. And I'm also going to, on top of this, I'm going to have, your usual stuff. We'll need, like an anvil. We'll need like a cauldron. We'll need ourselves like a brewing stand. We need some more chests up here as well. Maybe even like another chest in the center. And what else do we have in here? I mean, we could even have a jukebox for decoration. I don't seem to have one on me. Oh, a brewing stand. I'm so silly. We've already used one. What am I talking about? But we can have 2 brewing stands just for the fun of it. And then on this opposite wall, I mean, it really depends on what you want to use this area for. I'm going to dig this out again, and I think I'm going to place a little bit of a library in here. I always like to have an enchanting area in my worlds. I really do. So, you know, we'll chuck like a nice enchantment table in the center, a chest either side. We'll place bookshelves coming across the top here. I think what we'll also do is just to kind of like differentiate a little bit, we'll dig into, oh no, we can't do that. Okay, so I'll tell you what we will do. We'll dig into the wall, we'll place 3 glowstone here, and I don't know if this will affect the chests or not, but maybe like a strip of oakwood slabs, or maybe we place these slabs here, just underneath the bookshelves. Maybe we just place bookshelves above that, like there, so it looks a bit more dense. And yeah, I mean that looks pretty good. And if you had anything else that you wanted to place, like if you wanted to have double chests, or if you even wanted to have a little bit of decoration, you could simply place some flowers and stuff here, like that. And speaking of flowers and general vegetation, we're going to use our diamond hoe. We're going to grab some seeds, and we're just going to hoe all of these blocks. Now, you'll find out very, very quickly whether you can place anything here, because if you try and place the seeds without enough light, let me show you what will happen. They just... Oh, you know what? Maybe we do have enough light. Huh. Well, I mean, if you don't want the torches, then you might not have to have the torches. I guess we've got enough from up above. It didn't work in my original design version, but hey, good news. So, what else are we going to do down here? Not really anything. The next thing we're going to do, because this is a nice little base now, we have pretty much everything we need in here. We're going to zip back up to the top, and it is as easy as simply riding the water all the way up to the top. Very good. So all we're going to do around here is we might do a little bit more landscaping. I'm going to grab the bone meal here. Going to grow a nice tree. That's looking very inconspicuous. We're going to grow some flowers and stuff around here. That block is actually very clearly going down. So is it possible? There we go. Wonderful. So we've got no moving water. If we wanted to, we could build up the environment a little bit higher around here. So we could like build up a little bit of like kind of like a grove or a grotto, something like that, just kind of like, you know, throw people off a little bit so people can't see very well. But other than that, I mean, it's a pretty nice little underwater base. I'm hoping that you guys have managed to make it, because that is the tutorial actually, guys. Pretty much done. That is absolutely everything. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please do remember to hit that like button. I hope that you enjoy the base. I hope you like it. If you do enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you subscribe, click the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. Very, very important stuff. If you want to see more stuff by me, or if you want to see something specific, would be a better way to phrase that, please do check out, please do leave a comment down below, down there in the comment section. And if you do want to see more stuff that I've already built that you're not requesting, check out the card system, the description below, because you'll be able to find loads of stuff that I've been working on. So this world is actually very, very empty, this particular world. But over there is a free player survival cave base. Yeah, you heard that right. That is a cave base fit for 3 players at a time. I do all sorts of stuff like that. Check out the cartoon builds playlist, some survival builds playlist. We have wooden house playlist, modern house playlist. We have like hidden base playlist. We have all sorts of stuff on the channel. Basically, check out the channel, like the video please, subscribe to it if you want, and suggest some stuff that you want to see. Thank you so much for watching though, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.